in association with TVS Phoenix 125 Ride Premium Class.
मम्मा मैं सिर्फ कार इंश्योरेंस रिन्यू कर रहा था
बिना कंपेयर किए. Do you all buy insurance without comparing? PolicyBazaar.com पे जाओ, पॉलिसी साइड बाय साइड कंपेयर करो और पैसे बचाओ. PolicyBazaar.com.
Brutal, barbaric, savage. But shockingly, this was not the first horror.
2 Indian Army jawans were brutally beheaded in August 2011 in Kupwara by Pakistan Army forces.
The untold story of Pakistan's original savagery. Headlines today, exclusive.
Hello and welcome once again to Policy Bazaar. I'm Arjun Bhagat. Now, who doesn't want to save on tax? But those who are still to make their investments before March 31st, 2013 should try and avoid investing in the wrong products. Now, these wrong investments usually happen around this time, when we get an email reminder from CAs or our finance team at the workplace telling us to submit proof of investments done by us. And we end up doing this in a rush and in trying to save tax without really bothering too much about the investments we make, which means we might save tax but not make that sound investment. So to know more about tax planning and some interesting last-minute tax saving tools, we have Yashish Dahiya with us, co-founder and CEO of Policy Bazaar. Welcome to the show, Yashish.
Hi.
Now tell me, you know, a lot of us don't really plan brilliantly. We make these last-minute investments and we make the wrong investments. So one, how do we avoid that? And in a limited period of time, when you don't have much time, what do we invest in?
See, I think there are a few areas that people look at from a tax saving perspective. I think the primary one out of these is ATC, which most people are aware of. ATC would essentially include your life insurance. There would be market-linked investments, long-term investments, both ULIP as well as ELSS. You would have your fixed income or fixed return investments, which include your fixed deposits longer than 5 years. You've got your NSCs, you've got your PPFs, you've got the employer PF, you've got the NABARD and certain infrastructure bonds. You've got then your repayment of home loan, at least the principal amount. And you've got the child tuition fees. Now, all of these combined cannot go more than 1 lakh. So it's basically 1 lakh rupees that you can save on taxes. Earlier, infrastructure bonds, you were allowed to spend a separate 20,000. So the total was 1,20,000. Now that is also part of, within the ATC. So it's ATCCF, but it's part of the same group now. So that is that. Those are your options. Now, in terms of what returns these give, sometimes people need to act in haste because they haven't got time, or whatever reasons are, and people the wake up
need to be submitted in office, otherwise
exactly.
the TDS will be cut.
Absolutely. So, in my view, one should be aware of how long it takes to get any of these policies or any of these investments. See, most of these investments can happen in a period of about 3 days. A fixed deposit can happen in a period of 1 day. For an insurance plan, you may require up to 14 days, primarily because after you pay your premium, the insurance receipt needs to be given to you, and the receipt can only be given sometimes after a medical, if there is a medical involved. Now, in addition to this, you also have health insurance, where you can get up to 35,000 rupees of a tax break for 15,000 for yourself and 20,000 for your parents that you may invest for, or the parents may invest for themselves. Now, we realize that 1 to 3 days for most of these investments. A FD you can get straight away. Just go to a bank and you'll get an FD.
But
right
there's
away.
a caveat to that. The FD has to be at least a 5 year.
At least a 5-year FD, and even then, so if I go through some of these investments, I know we spoke about these earlier as well, but if we go through, just a recap of these investments, see, all these investments have to be for a period of about 5 years. The PPF has to be for 15 years, although you do have some cash back in the middle, or you can take some money out in the middle. The ELSS, which is the Equity Linked Savings Scheme, is the shortest tenure. It is for 3 years. In terms of getting them, you can get most of these within 1 to 3 days. An FD you can get in a day. For an insurance plan, please plan at least 14 days. So try to buy before the 15th of March. Don't wait for the last minute. Although companies do process receipts all the way till 7th of April, but that may or may not happen. And you don't want to be taking on that stress in the end. In terms of the actual tax break, very important part. let us say you are investing 1 lakh rupees every year and you invest it for the next 10 years. And this 1 lakh rupees becomes about 30 lakhs. Let's say, it becomes about 30 lakhs at the end of it. In all these instruments, while you will get a tax break on the first 1 lakh, when you get the 30 lakhs, you will have to pay a 30% tax, and hence you will only get 18 lakh rupees back. The only exception is life insurance policies. In the life insurance policies, suppose you got the 30 lakhs, you would get the entire 30 lakhs tax-free. So you would make a saving of 12 lakhs at the end of it.
So that's a big advantage.
That's a massive advantage. However, in most plans, life insurance plans, you may not get the 30 lakhs, you may not even get the 18 lakhs. That is the difficulty. So what you have to make sure is that in a life insurance plan, you are able to get maybe not 30 but 27 or 28, so that you are not left with 18. So if you invest in an FD and you get 30 lakhs, you will be left with 18. If you invest in a mutual fund, you will be left with 18.
So depending on the conditions of that insurance plan, I mean, that's where you say that one has to be really careful.
Yes, and I think one has to be careful while buying an insurance plan, but from a tax saving perspective, they still continue to be the best option from a long-term tax saving perspective. And that's what I would like to leave the consumer with.
Now tell me, when we started off this discussion, we talked about the wrong investments. So what would you categorize as the wrong investments? Before we actually get into the ATC and some of the other investments that one can make.
Sure. So see, a wrong investment would be something where you are getting something which you did not know before you got into it. If you get into something fully knowing what the implications of the investment are, it's not a wrong investment.
The insurance plan.
I think not just insurance plan. It's even the FD side. It's anything. Suppose somebody comes to you and says, hey, why invest in an insurance plan? Just go and invest in a term plan and an FD. The person has not educated you about the fact that in an FD, you will have to pay taxes when you get the money back. So on all your returns, you're going to pay taxes. You're just getting a tax saving on the initial investment, whereas in insurance, you would not. So even that is a wrong investment, if you did not know about it. I think once a considered decision is taken with the facts known, then it would be fine. So now let me give you a few examples of what wrong. I think the biggest misunderstanding out there is on this return tax saving bit. As I explained, no instrument except life insurance is giving you the tax break on the returns, and that's a massive piece. The second piece people don't get is people would usually go and buy a really, really bad life insurance plan, which would not even give them the base return of that 18 lakhs. Forget 18 lakhs, it may not even give them 10 lakhs back, may not even get their capital back. They need to be wary of that. They need to be wary that what they're investing in has got low charges, meets their goals, meets their objectives. They need to know what they're investing in and understand the plan before investing. So I think misunderstanding of plan and misunderstanding of tax implications are the two reasons why people can end up with the wrong plans. The last part is how long a plan has to be held for. Somebody will come and explain to you that a PPF can give you a 8% return or 8.5% return. However, it has to be held for a minimum of 15 years. Now, the holding period is another thing that needs to be clear. So it depends on what your objective is.
So if one is comfortable with waiting for that
period, then it's
longer
fine.
period, and there are benefits to that. Right?
Of course, there are benefits. One of the reasons why real estate gives you such good returns is primarily because the holding periods are long. So if you stayed invested in equities in the same period of time, you'd probably get the same or better returns. But most people can't stay invested for that longer period. So
because that figure is in front of you.
That figure is in front of you, and the liquidity option is right there. So I think any considered option is not bad. As I said, again, I repeat the same thing. And in terms of the things one has to look out for, one should look out for the tax implications of all these investments, especially on your returns. The actual construct of the policy in terms of how the charges play out and what you are likely to get back is important if you're looking at life insurance. And I think the holding period is very important. A long holding period or a short holding period is not bad. What is important is that you know when you get into it what the holding period is.
And I guess what you're also saying is that don't just look at it from a 1-year tax saving perspective, look at it from a cumulative, 10 years, 15 years.
Absolutely.
And that's what we end up doing. We look at it from that, that this year I have to save, this much tax.
Yeah.
And then you make all those mistakes and you don't systematically invest.
I think the savings you can get out of systematic investment are phenomenal because this money grows. And I think the tax on the returns is very important, because if you're investing 1 lakh today, 10 years from now, likelihood is you're going to be getting back about 3 lakh rupees every year from then onwards. And which will, because you keep on investing the 1 lakh every year again, that will only increase into the future. So, 20 years out, you could be looking at 7-8 lakh rupees a year coming in. That entire amount can be tax-free, or you can end up paying 2 to 3 lakh rupees every year as taxes on it. And I think that is the piece that one has to keep into account.
Right. Now, for the benefit of our viewers, can we go into the specifics of, ATC and some of the other tax investment options that one has?
Sure. So there are some very interesting ones which we can, touch upon very initially. So if you have any amount of earnings and you are willing to donate that to a political party, it's all tax-free. So any amount. So you could have 5 crores, you could have 50 lakhs, you could have 5 lakhs, you could have 50,000. It goes entirely tax-free. ATCCF is infrastructure bonds. There are infrastructure bonds today. There have been in the past, and you can invest up to 20,000 rupees. The important thing to note is from this year onwards, while this was not there from last year, from this year onwards, this is part of your ATC limit. So you can only invest up to 1 lakh rupees on this. Now, coming to the normal ones under ATC, all life insurance policies, as long as they meet certain minimum criteria of life insurance, are covered under the ATC. You will get up to 1 lakh rupees tax break on investment, and you would get on all the returns would also be tax free. Then you have market linked. You have both ULIPs as well as ELSS. ELSS is systematic savings plan, equity linked savings schemes, where you invest on a monthly basis. Now the minimum lock-in you have to have is 3 years. After that, whatever you have invested goes tax free. Similarly, in a ULIP, you have a 5-year lock-in, and you can invest in these by going to any of the mutual funds or the mutual fund sales companies or to the banks. They should be able to arrange these for you. Typically, it takes you 1 to 3 days to organize these, and you would be invested in with the stock market. It's a good long-term investment. Only thing, you will pay taxes when the returns come in. Fixed income. Fixed income, you've got your FDs, so you can invest for more than 5 years, and you will get your 8%. You can get it immediately, so you can just go to a bank and take it. You have your PPFs and national savings certificates. PPFs have a longer term lock-in. National savings certificates have a somewhat shorter term lock-in. Now, what you would typically get is 8 to 8.5% returns on these. Good guaranteed returns, decent plans. If you can buy them at most of the nationalized banks, and you can buy them at post offices. In addition to this, you have your employee contribution towards your PF, which also gets counted towards ATC. In addition to that, you have certain other infrastructure bonds and NABARD, etc., where you can invest, where again you get about 8% returns on a long-term basis. Post this, you come into a few options which people can also use. Suppose you've bought a house and you're repaying the loan up to 1 lakh. Suppose you've taken a 20 lakh rupee loan, you can just keep repaying that for the next 20 years, and you pay 1 lakh rupees every year. That goes tax-free for the next 20 years. And I think you have certain savings on tuition fees as well. So if you are paying fees for your kids, then those also go tax-free. I think the important piece, a very smart investor would be able to utilize this exemption on returns effectively to get significant returns longer up in the time frame.
Thanks, Ashish. We have to take a short break, and when we come back, we'll talk about health insurance. So do write to us at ask.policybazaar.com or on Facebook at Policy Bazaar India, or you can tweet us at policybazaar_in, and we'll see you after a short break. Keep watching Policy Bazaar.
मम्मा मैं सिर्फ कार इंश्योरेंस रिन्यू कर रहा था।
बिना कंपेयर किए? Do you all buy insurance without comparing? PolicyBazaar.com पे जाओ, पॉलिसी साइड बाय साइड कंपेयर करो और पैसे बचाओ। PolicyBazaar.com।
चलें साइट सीइंग करने?
पिज्जा खा के चलें?
श्योर।
मुझे ना मैकरोनी बहुत पसंद है।
देखने में तुम एकदम प्रॉपर लगती हो।
थोड़ी टॉमबॉयश हूँ। बाइक चलाई है मैंने, लड़कों को भी छेड़ा। वैसी वाली फिल्म भी देखी है।
और
वो नहीं देखना?
हमारा ये वाला साइड देखने में ज्यादा मजा आ रहा है।
यमी मैकरोनी बोलोनी सॉस बारबेक्यू लिक्विड चीज से भरा चीजी बोलोरोनी पिज्जा। इसका मजा लेने में टाइम लगेगा, मतलब रिश्तों को और घुलने का टाइम मिलेगा। डोमिनोज, ये है रिश्तों का टाइम।
As government's wheels start turning, as business starts picking pace, as courts start their day, turn on Headlines Today for your one window to news as it happens. Breaking at 10 on Headlines Today.
In an ever-changing world, India's #1 news weekly brings you rare insights of the week's top stories. Delhi gang rape sparks, nationwide debate on juvenile justice system, the Owaisi empire in old Hyderabad. Pakistan steps up brutal secret war. Dhoni plans for the World Cup 2015. Digital magazine on iPad with exclusive videos. Subscribe at indiatoday.in/digital magazine. India Today, making sense of India.
मम्मा मैं सिर्फ कार इंश्योरेंस रिन्यू कर रहा था।
बिना कंपेयर किए? Do you all buy insurance without comparing? PolicyBazaar.com पे जाओ, पॉलिसी साइड बाय साइड कंपेयर करो और पैसे बचाओ। PolicyBazaar.com.
Welcome back to Policy Bazaar. I'm Arjun Bhagat and with me is Yashish Dhaiya. Yashish, now we were talking about tax saving instruments. Health insurance is a big one.
Yeah. So in health insurance, you're allowed, it comes under 80D. The important thing is health insurance is in addition to the 1 lakh rupees under 80C. So you can go and make a 1,35,000 rupee tax saving investment. Now health insurance is an annual plan. There is very likely, there's very little return in this. And you can invest up to 15,000 rupees a year in a tax saving plan. However, people above 65 are allowed to also invest another 20,000 rupees in a tax saving plan for any one individual. A husband can take a plan for himself and his wife. More importantly, a child, because maybe a person who's at 65 has retired and is not, paying taxes or is not having too much income. So their child can get the tax benefit. So essentially, a child can invest for his parents. And that is how you can get, up to a 35,000 rupee tax break. Anyways, health insurance is an important, part of the lifestyle of older people, especially at 65 plus. So you should avail of that. If anybody's got older parents, they should definitely take the 20,000 rupee. Essentially, you'd end up paying 14,000 if you look.
Otherwise, you're saying it goes up to 35,000.
The total is 35,000. 15,000 for yourself and your family, as in nuclear family, and for your parents, you may invest an additional 20,000 if they are older than 65 years. Or the parents may invest for themselves also. So if the parents are tax paying, they can invest for themselves. So you do get a total of 35,000 for yourself and for the older people.
Right, Yashish. Now, if I have an income of, say, 10 lakhs, what would you advise me to do in terms of my investments?
See, I think if you had an income of 10 lakhs, you would get up to the 3 lakh tax break because of, the statutory limit. But you will end up in the 30% tax bracket. And so while you will end up paying some taxes, your objective is to reduce it as much as possible. I think you could save about 41,715 rupees on your taxes. And this essentially comes from 3 forms of investment, minimum. There is 80C, under which you can get 1 lakh rupees. I had explained the various formats there. You can go market linked. If you have a 10 lakh rupee income, if you're slightly on the younger side, I would advise a market linked return. And ELSS over the last 10 years has given 22% returns, which is much higher than any FD. So go for something of that sort. In addition to that, take a health insurance policy for your family for about 15,000 rupees, a normal family floater. And if you have older parents or grandparents, take a 20,000 rupee plan for them, for somebody older, so that you're the person who's the nominee and who's paying for it. So you get a 35,000 rupee tax break there. So you'll get a 1,35,000 tax break coming in. What's more important, if you route these investments towards the life insurance side, if you're earning 10 lakhs today, I'm assuming in 10 years' time, you might start earning 20 lakhs. And at that time, your only tax saving capability will still be 1 lakh, or if the limit is increased, maybe 2 lakhs or 3 lakhs. However, you will start getting returns of about 3 lakh rupees extra. So your income would become 23 lakhs. and you would not be paying taxes on the additional 3 lakhs.
That's if one is smart about it.
If one is smart about it, and if one keeps investing, taking into account that one day these returns will come. So don't throw the money as the returns will never come. The returns will come, and when the returns come, you don't want to be paying taxes on those. That's basically it.
All right, Yashish, now it's time to take some questions from our viewers. You've got Naik from Chennai, and he says, what is the difference between cashless claims and hassle-free claims in car insurance?
Okay, so a hassle-free claim is when you don't have to hassle, you don't have hassles, you don't have haggles. The process runs smoothly. If there is a survey required at the accident spot or anything, any spot check required, that runs smoothly. A cashless claim is you go to a garage which is under the cashless ambit of that particular insurance company. You go there and you get the claim. You don't have to pay anything, and the car would be repaired or put back into driving condition. I think the two are in some ways synonymous. Hassle-free is a bit wider ambit than cashless. While cashless only goes for the fact that when you get the repair done, you don't need to pay cash. Hassle-free goes that, there are no questions asked. You do get your claims in a friendly process, which goes all the way from the point where your car got damaged all the way till you finally get your car back. There are people who may even, help you out with some kind of taxi payments, etc. 1,000 rupees, 2,000 rupees a day. So hassle-free and cashless is a component of hassle-free.
All right, Yashish, we've got another viewer, Taruna from Noida, and she asks, are there any critical illness plans specifically designed for women? Also, is there a checklist we need to ensure before we purchase a critical illness plan?
So before you purchase a critical illness plan, there are 27 kinds of critical illnesses. So all the way from cancers to heart disease, to neurological disease, to multiple sclerosis, etc. Some of these are, of course, women specific. Breast cancer, ovarian cancer, etc. Now, there are some plans which are designed for women. There's one by Bajaj, there's one by HDFC, which are designed around this. However, I would say you have to choose between a general insurance critical illness plan or a life insurance critical illness plan. A life insurance critical illness plan usually comes for a fixed period of time, about 10 years, 15 years. You should look at these. These are usually lower cost, and they cover pretty much the diseases that you want. Now, some plans will cover up to 14 diseases, while some plans may go up to 25 diseases. So all of them don't cover all 27 diseases. I think you should have a look at which diseases are these covering, and are you concerned about those, or are you concerned about others? And if you're looking for the women-specific plans, then Bajaj and HDFC have these.
Right, Yashish, we've got time for one more question. We've got Ish Madan from New Delhi, and he says, I have an ICICI Prudential Option 2 term plan for 60 lakhs life plus 50 lakhs additional if death by accident, for a premium of 12,574. And he says that now I find that there are plans available online for the same cover but at a lower premium. Is it wise to buy a new plan and cancel the old plans? What is your advice?
My advice is once you have a plan, you should continue with a plan. Primarily because the costs reduce over time, and after a 2-3 year period, the costs reduce significantly. What you may do is you may stop investing any further, or once you are out of the zone. I think this gentleman has bought it in 2010, so his 5 years are not over. But once your lock-in period is over, after that you can cancel it. I think plans are becoming smarter. They're becoming more friendly. So you've got plans by some of the new age companies which are far more effective. And yes, please be welcome to take any of them.
Thanks, Yashish. That's all the time that we have on our show. Our next show will be on money-back plans. So keep writing to us at ask.policybazaar.com or on Facebook/PolicyBazaar India, or you can tweet us at PolicyBazaar_in. We'll see you next time. Goodbye for now. Bye-bye.
मम्मा, मैं सिर्फ कार इंश्योरेंस रिन्यू कर रहा था।
बिना कंपेयर किए? Do you all buy insurance without comparing? PolicyBazaar.com पे जाओ, पॉलिसी साइड बाय साइड कंपेयर करो और पैसे बचाओ। PolicyBazaar.com।
पुलिस वाला अच्छा या बुरा नहीं होता, पुलिस वाला